Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another OG Racing League Tour Modified Series race. We're here at the Milwaukee Mile with Will back up in the booth here.
Hello.
He's here against as well, as per usual.
Help.
Will blink twice if you're in danger. See folks, you didn't even see him blink once. So, Alfie Sharon Jr. currently has the third fastest lap, Shane Wagner second, and Austin Purnell has the fastest in his number 32 modified, but he's not out on track right now. So Will, so far from what you've seen in practice, what are you expecting from tonight's race?
We're seeing a somewhat between the top four. They're all running about the same time. Then you go down to 30s, then you go down to 30.1s, 30.2s, and even some 30.4s. I'm wondering if this is going to be one of those tracks where, some guys are just going to do really well here, and then some some may not really be up front much.
Yeah, and Shane Wagner just took the top spot with his 29.931. So I definitely think that draft is going to be a huge factor here tonight, like we've seen all season long from these bigger tracks.
Definitely. But of course, we also have to remember it's not like they're going full throttle through the whole track. You do have to brake for these turns. And so the draft's really only going to help you through probably maybe a little bit of your exit, but mostly the straightaways.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you set your car up for exit, is definitely going to be the name of the game here tonight. Well, let's take a look at the point standings heading into the race here at Milwaukee. Alfie has a nearly 50-point lead with 3 wins on the season now. Mike Toshiro in second, Dustin Painter third, Brandon Feeney fourth, and James Kerr in fifth. So, Will, after tonight we have 5 races left. Do you think anyone's going to be able to make a run at the number 1?
I hope so, but I think realistically, they're going to have to really work hard and be extremely consistent for that to be possible.
I mean, Alfie's current average finishing position is a 3, and the closest driver to him, second points, Mike Toshiro, his average finish is 5th. So, they really have to hope that Alfie struggles tonight and the rest of the season, really.
Doesn't look like he's going to, though. Third place currently.
Everyone has 2 fast repairs tonight with 3 green-white checkered attempts. Unlimited tires, I don't think those will ever be a factor here with who has fresh tires and who doesn't. But I mean, I think it's a concrete track, so it might be a little bit abrasive here as they are spinning the one car.
I wouldn't rule out tires completely. I think that there may be a little bit of advantage of being on newer tires, especially towards the end of the race. Oh,
Well, let's see what Wagner has for us here. Let's see if we can get any input from him. Hey Shane, Sean and Will up in the booth with VRN, you got a copy?
Yep. What's up, guys?
Well, how do you think, do you think tires might be a factor during this race tonight? It looks a little rough out there from what we've seen.
Uh, no, I don't know. I ran a good amount of laps there, and my tires still look good. So, as long as you take
well,
care of them, I think you'll be fine.
well, what are you expecting from tonight when it comes to racing? What is your biggest downflaw, but your biggest advantage?
I'm better at these big tracks and the mods. Actually, I have my only win in this series at Gateway, which is another big, wide open track. My biggest flaw is just beating myself up over mistakes. They usually end up costing me the race.
All right, well, Sean, you got anything else?
Well,
Nope.
what's the mindset going into the race here? Are you gonna just try to keep it clean, or are you gonna try to be a little aggressive and maybe try to win this one?
I'm just trying to keep it clean. I haven't been feeling too good the last couple days, so just gonna ride around.
All right, well, hope you feel better, Shane, and hopefully have a good run here tonight.
Thanks, fellas.
Wagner's not quite in the championship chase. Although, to be fair, no one else really is except for Alfie.
Alfie's got that first position really on lock right now, but I mean, a few mistakes by him could change up the game completely.
It could completely take this battle that we're seeing and put it on its lid. As we're seeing some spinning out of 4. Wagner still has the top spot with Purnell and Sharon now second and third. 5 minutes left to practice. We got 17 drivers here. There's Joe Gauthier. Won his first cup race just a few weeks ago in Talladega. I don't really know who could be the favorite to win here tonight.
I mean, obviously Alfie is a good choice, but I'm honestly I'm gonna look at Wagner here. I mean, like he said, he did really well at Gateway, and he's fastest on the board. I think Wagner's also a pretty good pick.
We'll see. Brandon Feeney now coming out on track. Looking to maybe better his lap time. His current best is a 30.057. Surprised they're running a little higher. Very wide camera angles. It seems iRacing's finally listened to us.
Seems like it.
This is on TV1, which is usually the most zoomed in. And really see everything that goes on. So I'm excited for this race here tonight. We'll see everything. This lap is looking good for Feeney. Looking real good there. Never mind. That was off by over half a second.
Ouch.
Big ouch. Better place, Gauthier Feeney. 5th through 7th on the board. And, well, with 3 minutes left, there's no qualifying. We'll have 2 heats. We don't even know what the heat lineups are going to be, but I think Alfie is going to win one of those 2 heats.
Oh, I think there's no doubt Alfie will win it. But
Alfie and Wagner.
that's probably, yeah, I was going to say that's probably what I'm looking at.
Unless, of course, they get
Unless they're in the same heat.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless they're in the same heat, then that's all but impossible to happen. Unless they tie. Alfie, you better get ready to use that tongue. Oh, that sounded so bad.
Oof.
Oh man, we're ready for tonight. 70 laps of racing here at the Milwaukee Mile. 11th race of the season with 5 more to go. Next up on the schedule is looking like it is going to be Richmond Raceway, followed by Thompson, Bristol, Concord, and New Hampshire. They just split the middle there. That was a very close call. Now I want to show you guys something here that really we can only get with the this camera here. Give me a second. There we go. Look at how weird pit entry is. Oh, hi AT&T. It really just chokes it right here. And I was talking to Will earlier in like the before we went live, how they should expand it, but they kind of can't because there's a tunnel right there.
Yeah, you basically have to be single file going in there, otherwise you're not gonna make it through.
That thick yellow line there, that is the commitment line. So yeah, let's go ahead and tune up for the U.S. national anthem. Alright, we go ahead and get ready for heat race number 1. Will 10 laps, 10 miles, 90 miles total for tonight.
Looks like we got Wagner in this heat starting 8th. Alfie's in his own heat.
Oh dear.
We'll see what happens.
I think it's going to be not a lot of passing tonight. That's my prediction.
No.
So I think Dylan Alderink is going to win heat 1.
Usually,
Dylan
if
for
the
sure.
track has a grip lane down on the bottom, that means the top just never comes in.
Guess we will have to see what happens here. Do some like insane bump and run or something just insane.
Yeah.
Just have to wait. Mike Toshiro and Matthew Whedon, your front row. Dylan Alderink, Stephen Selby, Brandon Feeney, Brandon Fetterplace, Joe Gauthier, Shane Wagner, and Kevin Feemster. We are going to have 10 laps of racing, as before mentioned, here at the historic Milwaukee Mile. Going to see our first bit of racing action on the speedway of the night.
I think it's going to be really exciting. We've got Shane Wagner here in the back starting this heat. Something tells me he's going to try to get up front as quick as he can.
I think Mike Toshiro is going to have something to say about it first, though. I mean, he's definitely had a very up and down season so far, so I think Toshiro might be able to pull through here. Here we go. Pace car pulling off the track, though. Green flag is out. Outside lane is dead. It's already one for the flip counter.
What happened there?
Steven Selby is still on his lid. And good question, Will. Let's take a look at far chase of the 20.
Just outside line never got moving.
Yeah.
Slowed everybody up, and then nothing could happen there, really.
Nothing anyone could do.
Nope.
Meanwhile, Matthew Whedon holding on to 4th, but he's still stuck on the outside.
Look at Wagner catching up, even with being involved in that incident.
He's still all the way at the back. The draft is definitely helping him.
For sure. And you can tell he kind of doesn't know what to do with it right now. He's been a little bit all over the place with figuring out where he can build up grip with all the speed he's got.
Feeney started 5th, instantly moved up inside the top 3. So either we have a close finish, or we got someone in the grass there. Don't know who that was. That's Steven Selby, yeah. Toshiro, Alderink, Feeney, Gauthier, Whedon, your top 5. And like I said, single file racing. Not a lot of passing going on, except for the back. That almost ended badly for Wagner and Whedon.
Wagner's going to go right back to get down on that inside line.
He'll take the position. Not able to clear, though. They're still door to door. Wheel to wheel into turn 1. And there he goes. Going to fly by him on the inside there. Into turn 1.
He's got the speed through the turns. You can just see it. He is fast.
He's got about 1.5 seconds to make up on Gauthier. I don't know if he'll be able to make it up. As Toshiro here coming out of 4, bringing us to 5 laps to go. Halfway in heat 1. Brandon Feeney trying to take over 2nd from Alderink. He has him. Question is, when and will he clear the 9? And it looks like he got him there. So Feeney up to second, Alderink down to third. Gauthier still holds on to fourth.
We're getting real
Wagner
racy down here.
Wagner is now only about a second behind.
And this is a fast turn right here. No, it looks like something happened on his exit that kind of slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah, he lost a ton of time.
He had a
2/10.
really fast entry.
I think he's got him on entry, but exit he hurts, and that's really where you need to make
That's
up
where it
your
matters
time.
the most.
Yeah. Alderink blink in there. 4 to go now. 3 to go, sorry. Here at Milwaukee. Oh, the 9 slow. Right in front of the 67. Bumper to bumper into 3. Almost in the grass goes Gauthier. And it looks like Mike Tasha is going to be running away with this one here. 2 laps to go. Has like no contest from behind, Will.
No, he doesn't.
It's going to be 1 to go this time around. Here he comes. Tasha out of turn number 4.
I don't think there's going to be any position moves here. I think we're going to stick with what we can see right now.
White flag, 1 more lap to go. Look at how much time Feeney caught up, though, in that lap and a half.
Yeah. Look here, though.
I don't think he's going to be able to get it.
No. We'll see,
Castro
though.
finishes first, and Gauthier gets third.
Look at that. He managed to get it there. That's cool.
Alderink will come home fourth. My arm is on fire right now.
Alfie will be starting sixth in the next heat.
Well, we'll see if that helps or hurts him. I'm going to go with hurt here.
Yeah.
It didn't really work in the previous heat, starting further back for Wagner, despite being fast.
Although, well, considering what happened, I mean, I guess Wagner kind of has a pass on it because of what happened in front of him, but still.
All right, well, heat number 2, Austin Purnell, Briley White, David Bennett, Dan Butler, Wesley Whitfield, Alfie Sharon Jr., Kevin Grubbs, and James Kerr. And so far, we only have 5 of those 8 in gridding. Now, Will, you don't have a whole lot of short track experience from what I know, but exits really are everything, aren't they? Especially
They
here.
are. At most tracks, honestly, exits are really what matters because especially if you have a draft, you'll get such a speed boost off of the exit if you've got a good draft in front of you, but if you mess up that exit, you may be slower than everyone else as they're exiting, so the draft's just going to put you at normal speed.
And we'll see what happens here on heat race number 2 of the night. Second and final heat. How many cautions do you guys think we're going to have during the main 70-lap feature? Put your votes in the comments below now, or in the chat, rather.
I'm thinking 3.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a whole lot. I'm going to go close to your number, but I'm going to go with 4 here. Here we go. Alfie moved up to 4th now after Briley Wright did not grid. And pace car is off. Green flag is out. Outside lane. Once again, didn't get going, but they didn't wreck this
No.
time.
Oh,
Not
Alfie's loose
yet.
here. Alfie is super loose.
That almost ended badly.
Yeah.
Alfie's trying to clear on the outside, and I think he might have barely over the 17 David Bennett. And then there's James Kerr in the 75, rolling in 5th. Kevin Grubb's the last car so far, with 1 lap in the books.
I wonder if we're going to see just the leader of the heat just end up, getting a huge
Dominating.
lead in it. Yeah. It just seems like we see that very often at these short tracks with heat races. The leader just gets such a good jump.
I think the whole big lead last race for Tashro definitely helped that they were battling for second there, but
Yeah.
everyone's spread out now. Really nothing to do other than
Alfie
try.
can't get his car under control. He just has... It seems he'll get loose a little bit too much in spots where it's crucial that he doesn't get loose.
On board the number 1 here. See, he's slowly reeling in Dan Butler maybe a bit here. Look at his entry though. All the way down to the apron. Just not able to really make it stick on exit.
Yeah, he just can't get it to stick.
You can see that same thing again. He enters a lot higher.
Although the 8 did the same thing Alfie was doing there, and now Alfie's catching up.
I don't know, gap is about 0.3 of a second at the line. I mean, yeah, Alfie gets really tight on exit.
Yeah. He hit the kind of bump that leads into the apron there, and it just shot his car up the track.
Oh, man. This track is definitely a rough surface for sure.
It is. Although, look here, Alfie is there. He is on the bumper, going to the inside.
Throw it into the corner. Fans are on their feet as Alfie moves up to second. Alfie's current points leader. They head into 3 now. Can he catch up to Purnell?
You know what's crazy about watching Alfie is just how much he saws on the wheel. He is just moving it like nothing.
Guess we shall see what he can do here. He might be able to get up to him. The top 3 are all under a blanket.
Yeah.
With 4 to go, coming to 3 to go. Gap staying about the same there. Three more laps to go in heat race number 2 here at Milwaukee. Almost at Iowa.
Right out of the exit again for Alfie.
Seems that's quite the common occurrence for that number 1 machine.
Oh, look right here, though.
Purnell washes up. That's going to give the bottom to the 1. But I'm sure Austin isn't going to let him have it easily.
Nobody's got the bottom. That's all Alfie needs is that bottom line.
Into the wall goes the 32.
I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I'm pretty sure Alfie's got this one in the bag for the heat race.
Could he get win number 4 on the season? So we'll just have to wait. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go. In heat race number 2. It's not over yet, folks. Oh, it's over now. And here comes Alfie getting another
Oh.
heat race win.
All right.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. We'll be right back once you're getting ready to go green. All right. It is now time to take a look at tonight's starting lineup. Let's see what Crazy Invert Brian has for us this week. On your front row here tonight is David Bennett and Shane Wagner.
All right.
You got lucky there. James Kerr starting third. With Dylan Aldering, because I steal your row there.
Austin Purnell in 5th with Joe Gauthier in 6th.
Go.
Dan Butler in 7th with Brandon Feeney in 8th.
Rounding out the top 10, Alpha Sharon Jr. and Mike Toshra on the outside. That's where your heat race winners reside.
Matthew Whedon in 11th with Kevin Gruds in 12th.
And if you're wondering why Alfie is letting everyone by, he won last week's race, so he gets an EOL at the start. And then it's Brandon Fetterplace and Briley Wright in 13th and 14th.
Kevin Feemster in 15th with Wesley Whitfield in 16th.
And then rounding out the field, up on his lid in his heat race is Stephen Selby, starting 17th here tonight. David Bennett did not grid, so James Kerr will inherit the race lead now. And Alfie just said in the chat just a few moments ago before the before the feature started, that's right, and you guys said I wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we both said that he was going to win one of his heat races.
Yeah.
Yeah, but green flag is out. Good start for Wagner. He can slot down behind the 75. He might be able to eventually get around him there. That's not what I meant.
Oh, jeez. Shane, oh, man.
And caution is out on lap 1, and Wagner is involved. That was Feemster back there, who had a hard hit as well in his number 7. Gauthier might have been in it as well. Yes, he was. Wow. It's not quite a flip. Can't count that one. But man, what a way to start the night, don't it, right?
It is, yeah.
Let's see if we can maybe get some green flag laps under us here.
I'm sure we will once we get wrecking out of our system.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Will, it works now. The domain works. I forgot to mute everything too. Oh, nice. All right. Well, that's caution number 1. You said we were gonna have what, 3 here tonight?
3.
So let's see if we get more or less. Milwaukee is definitely a fun track to go back and watch races. If there's one race or one thing that I wish they would do, NASCAR, come back to Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's a pretty track, in my opinion.
Although it is kind of ish in a weird place. So I can understand why Cup race would never be here, but for like trucks, trucks needs to revert back to like their early 2000s schedule, you know?
Yeah.
Racing a lot more short tracks. Man, those fixtures was so much fun back in the day.
It was a pretty entertaining series back then.
Yep. Back in my day.
I'm not that old.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Oh.
Oh, man, here, let's get ready for this restart here. Pace car going to pull off. It's going to be James Kerr. And I think that is Purnell there on the outside. Yes, it is. Pace car is off, and green flag is out. Yet again. Pretty good start there for the outside lane.
We haven't seen that all day.
Usually the outside lane falters, but it was the inside lane this time. Side by side, 3 rows deep here, still towards the back. I think better place, or no, that was Aldering maybe. We had issues out of turn number 2 there, 3 wide back here. Just about. As James Kerr is going to lead the lap. Single file through most of the field here. Kerr has led every lap so far here tonight.
A lot of cars are getting loose, I'm saying.
Yeah, caution's out, by the way, Will.
Oh. I saw some guy slide up the track, but I didn't know if a caution was coming out or not.
Trouble with Kevin Grubb, and I think that was Feemster. No, that was Joe Gauthier, actually, I think. Oh, that was major netcode right there. Whoa. Oh, yeah, that was netcode for sure. What happened that got Kevin Grubb all out of shape there? Let's see. Watch the 69 here. It looks like he got loose and just wiggled all the way up the track, slowed down, let everyone by, and then netcode.
Netcode.
Yep. Netcode is always fun, isn't it? Oh wait, caution never came out for that. We're back on the live feed now after looking at the replay of what happened. I wouldn't have taken so much time to look at it if caution didn't come up. I thought it did. I thought I saw the flag on my overlay.
I never heard it, so I was kind of confused.
Oh man, battle for the lead here. Austin Purnell gonna take it over for the time being. Still got over 60 laps to go. Look at all the fans, Will. They sure are excited to see another OG Racing League race. I don't think I've seen them sit down since the start of practice.
Yeah, it's almost like they're made to be doing that.
It's almost like they never sit. And look at all the fans on the infield too.
Drain.
They don't even have lawn chairs or stuff with them. Those fans are a different breed. Some fans, they're not even facing the track.
Some of those fans don't even get scared when a car comes flying at the wall either, as we've seen.
We've seen our fair share of
They're kind of
crazy
lifeless.
Yeah, it's almost like they're not real. Ooh, bumper
Almost.
going to the 33 almost there.
Yeah.
3-horse race for 6th. Alfie Sharon Jr. still trying to maneuver his way through the field. Just not having a lot of luck. Same with James Kerr. He has fallen down to 3rd on the order. They're starting on the front row and leading the opening 8. Austin Purnell is looking very clean right now. He almost won his heat race. But people had other plans for him, you could say.
Alfie trying to go to the inside of the 33 here.
And Alfie's going to take the 6th position away from Mike Toshiro.
Alfie is so fast on that inside line.
Oh, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Milwaukee was in NASCAR 2005, wasn't it? I think that's,
Maybe.
I think so. Not quite 100% sure on that, but Dustin Purnell is coming around to lead lap number 5 of the night for him. See if we can get an onboard virtual lap, so to speak, on board the 8 of Dan Butler gyro cam here. Gyro cam just looks so weird in this car.
It does.
I didn't really realize that. Looks like Dan Butler might be maybe contending for the lead here in the next few laps. He's looking pretty smooth, honestly. He might be there soon.
I think he may be there. He's definitely got speed for it.
Not quite there yet, but he's within half a second. As Alfie now on the door of the top 5, knocking aggressively all the way down to the apron. This track definitely races like a New Hampshire for sure.
Definitely. It's even got some resembling features of New Hampshire in it.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen New Hampshire on iRacing, but it looks insanely weird.
Yeah, it does.
It's, I hate to say this, but it's ugly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I can pull a picture of it up or
It looks very messed up.
It looks... It's something. That's one way of putting it. It's definitely not very pleasing to the eye.
No, but maybe the whole point of it is it isn't supposed to be.
Well, it doesn't provide good racing either, so what is it supposed to be?
A track you put in the middle of the schedule when you run out of ideas.
No. That is for tracks like Road America.
Ah, okay.
Daytona Road Course is
Sure.
literally, that's what they did for the Daytona Road Course. We need to think of a track to run at. Oh, let's run at the Daytona Road Course.
Everyone's already going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't have to leave to go to Daytona because they'd already be in Daytona.
And now we don't race at the Daytona Road Course.
No.
Good.
The Daytona Road Course is cool, but it does not work with NASCARs.
I think that we should put the Tour Modifieds at Watkins Glen next season for sure.
I like that idea. That would be kind of cool.
Hey Brian, if you're watching, which I hope you are, please put the Tour Mods on Watkins Glen next year. I will pay you to put them on Watkins Glen next year. Next season, not next year.
Next season.
Yeah. I don't want to wait 6 months. That's way too long. Seen a lot of shuffling towards the middle of the pack here.
But you got Alfie up in the top 5 now.
Feeney now trying to get inside the top 5 himself, trying to get around Dylan Aldering. He's to the inside for 5th. Now, Will, so far, I know we haven't done a whole lot of Tour Mod races, and even though it feels like we've done like 5,000 of them, what was your favorite race so far from the season?
Oh, man. Probably last week. Last week was pretty good. Last week had a pretty good race.
I'm going to go with Gateway. Gateway was awesome.
Gateway was pretty good, too.
Yeah.
We've had some really good races in the Tour Mod series. I know that.
Surprisingly. Honestly, I wasn't expecting a whole lot when Brian asked me to broadcast this. I wasn't expecting much of anything at all, really.
It's got some racing in it, though, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Especially at these bigger tracks. I wasn't expecting the draft to be this effective. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, look at Alfie getting up on the bumper of 3rd place here.
Alfie is boot scooting, boogieing his way to the front of this thing, but I think once he gets around James Kerr, I think it's going to be a bit of a plateau for him here.
I think so, yeah. The draft is just, you need the draft if you want to be fast.
Unless it just pure raw speed will get him up there. Which it very well could, maybe.
Second place is getting close on the bumper of 1st place, and Alfie seems to be getting closer to 2nd place.
No, Alfie's losing right now to 2nd. It was 1.3 seconds back last lap, now it's 1.3. 1.4 at the line. I know what you're going to say. Just quiet. I was expecting it to go back up, and it went up now.
Oh, Alfie got loose.
Big wiggle by the 1 there. Gap opened up to a 2.5 seconds. Purnell trying to hold on to the race lead. He has led 16 of the 24 laps. I think the top 2 are definitely the main competitors for this win in the coming laps.
Someone's trying to come back, though. Shane Wagner is in 9th.
I want to say he is...
with Selby behind him.
Oh no, he's got a pretty big gap between him and Dylan Aldering there. Nearly 3 seconds.
But I'm pretty sure they still have to pit.
For what?
Do they not need to pit for fuel?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
These are tour modifieds. You usually don't pit on the modified tour.
Sometimes I forget things.
Sometimes you do. That is a very good point. What's the pit road speed? 153? Okay.
I tried that once, and then I went straight into the wall on the front stretch. It didn't go well.
I don't mean to alarm anyone or anything. But, yeah, that 1.4 second lead is now down to just about under a second.
Yeah.
Oh, spinner in front of the leaders. It's Kevin Grubbs.
Oh, jeez. Oh, he's going back up the track. And someone's in
better place. Just nowhere to go. Is that caution? Yes, it is.
Yep.
Caution's out.
Got a smoking 69 and a smoking 80.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. Well. Oh, man. Blown motors for 2 drivers. That puts Shane Wagner up to 8th. I think he was already 8th. No, he was 9th. So, I mean,
he was 9th.
He can get 4 fresh Hoosier tires on that machine. So, I'm not expecting the leader to pit, but who would you expect to pit here? I'd say bottom 7 from back.
It's probably a good say right there.
But I guess we'll have to wait and see. It looks like Feeney maybe trying to pit. There goes Tashiro. Hey, 7th on back.
Yeah.
I was right. There's Matthew Whedon. So, wow, I was correct for once. Let's see if we can drag Austin Purnell up in here. Never mind, he is currently muted in the lobby chat. So what about... Oh, I don't know. Who do you want to talk to?
I have no clue, man.
Well, you've been talking to me all night. Let's get James Kerr up in here. Hey James, Sean and Will up in the booth with VRN. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, James, you took the early lead, and then you're relegated back down to 4th here. So what are you going to try to do to get back up to the top 3 and maybe try to lead some more laps here before this night's over?
I'm just trying to play it safe right now and not try to push it too hard. Try to save myself until the end.
I know you've had a pretty good race going for you today. Like you said, you're trying just to play it safe, but what do you do if you get yourself up to where you could win this thing?
I'm gonna go for everything I can. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, Sean, you got anything?
You've been riding behind the number 1 of Alfie. I mean, we've seen he's fast, so are you able to pick up on any little things that he's doing that makes him faster and able to implement them into your race and improve your night?
Yeah, I've been kind of following his line, seeing how he runs to try to see if I can use it a little more to my advantage.
Alright, was there anything you want to say for the fans watching at home right now?
Hopefully this thing's exciting for him.
Alright, well good luck on this restart here, James, and good luck for the rest of the night.
Alright, appreciate it.
Alright, looks like we are coming to 1 to green here, Will. Outside lane is not going to get started, so Alfie's probably going to take 2nd on this restart for sure.
And I think if Alfie gets 2nd, the odds of him getting 1st is within a few laps.
Oh, yeah. It's all about launching on this start. The outside lane is notorious for not going. Seen that time and time again here. So odds of it happening again are high. Very, very high indeed. Here we go. Pace car gonna pull off of the track yet again because the pace car doesn't want to be near these guys when we go green.
No, they do not.
And there they go, rolling again. Green flag is out. And like we said, outside lane did not get going. And
Alfie to 2nd.
Dan Butler's going to fall all the way back to 4th, it seems.
Maybe not.
Not quite, but James Kerr still has a bit of a nose on him there.
He's got that, yeah, he's got the inside line. That inside line is where you need to be if you're going to pass anybody. And back to 4th, maybe even 5th. Being on the outside seems to be a death sentence if you're on a restart. Alfie's got a nose.
I would hope he has a nose. How else would he be able to sniff the room on his inside of Austin Purnell? That was a terrible line.
Wow, man.
Yeah, we're gonna... Will take over for me.
I'm gonna have to clip that one. Watch here. Alfie's got the lead now. You got James Kerr in 3rd. You got him and Tashiro, it looks like. 32 down on the inside of Alfie, hoping to get a run here. We'll see how Alfie's speed on the outside goes. Alfie pinches him down, maintains the lead. Tashiro trying to make a move on the inside of Kerr.
It is tight battling. There's Dan Butler trying to take 3rd again. He has a nose in there, and that's not Dan Butler. That's Mike Tashiro. Okay. I look away for 1 second, and Where did Dan
Yeah.
Butler go? There's Shane Wagner as well.
Yeah, I think we should
in
be asking,
fourth.
where did Shane Wagner come from?
He came from the back. He fell to the back again. And now he's back up front, running fourth here. Trying to get around Mike Tashiro for third.
He's gonna do it. Oh, they made contact.
If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing.
You know what? If there's another caution, you think we're gonna see Shane pull off the same move Alfie did?
Well, how about this? Battle for the race lead. Austin Purnell to the inside of Mr. Alfie now.
Alfie's gonna play a little bit of a mind game with him there, but it did not work out as well as it did last time.
That's gonna allow third and fourth to catch up if they weren't side by side. Jesus loves me.
Oh, contact! 32 down. Caution's out.
James Kerr around. Feelings are hurt. Ouch. Let's take a look at the replay here quick. What happened? Looks like may have had a little bit of help from Dylan Alderink. Yes, he did. Ow. I mean, nothing else he could do there. Looks like the 9 may have gotten loose there on entry. Just threw it in too hot, maybe. We're going to go ahead and take a break here on the VRM. We'll be right back once you're getting ready to go green. Alright, welcome back to the Virtual Racing Network. We got 30 laps to go, 29 at the line. And Alfie pitted for some fresh Hoosiers that time around. So I wonder what's going to happen here. I know Shane Wagner, he pitted as well, just 11 laps beforehand. So we'll have to see. Here we go. Pace car pulling off the speedway will. Green flag is out once again.
32 gets a jump here.
Half of the field went, the
That-
other half didn't.
That outside line's actually kind of holding up, though, for being the outside line. And everyone's down to the inside line.
Well, that's how this race is going to be going here, Will.
Yep. It's just going to be a one-line type deal.
One line wonder. As Shane Wagner making the outside lane almost work there.
Almost made contact, too. I thought they were about to push it 3 wide right there.
2 by 2. 2 rows deep. As Brandon Feeney still trying to clear Shane Wagner for second. I mean, fresh tires versus old tires is what it's coming down to at the front of the field, except for Austin Purnell. He did not pit.
he's just going. He's gone.
He
They
has
spend too much time battling for second.
He has a second lead now.
Shane Wagner's going to fall back to Selby. Selby's going to try to take third place here.
He took it.
Wagner has to get down on the inside line if he wants any chance to get back up to speed and competitive. Oh,
Well, I thought they were dead there.
Alfie and Shane almost
3 wide.
got into it there.
There's Mike Tashiro, 3 wide. Heading into turn 1, Tashiro falling out there.
Tashiro still gains a position though. Shane almost gives Tashiro the bumper there. He's sticking behind him.
Shane has been on the downfall since this restart.
Yeah.
He
Just hasn't been able to get the good line running.
Yeah, now he's finally on the bottom lane. There's at
Now
least
he's got it.
7 or 6 cars there on the bottom lane just choo-chooing around. Super close together as well. How many laps to go? 25. 25 to go. There's still 2 by 2 for third here, Will.
Selby's up on the
Fourth,
outside
sorry.
though.
No, that's not going to work. We know
No.
that isn't. Time and time again.
Especially with someone like Shane Wagner on your inside, you're just going to fall back no matter what you do.
Yeah. Now Wagner back into 5th here. A little contact between Selby and Butler. Owie.
Ouch.
Mommy? Feeney's having a pretty good run. Same with Purnell. We usually don't see Austin up towards the front here.
Yeah. But he's been doing really well all day.
He's been dominating. He has led exactly half of the race so far here
Wow.
tonight. And this lap around is going to be lap 36 that he's led. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a green flag break here. We'll be right back in just a few laps. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Virtual Racing Network, home of the OG Racing League. Well, Alfie just got around Feeney, and now he's going to start reeling in Austin Purnell for sure.
Yeah, he's already gapping Feeney right now. Caution
And,
is out.
oh no, that is not what Austin wanted to see. What
Shane
caused the
Wagner is
caution?
around.
See what happened here. Looks like he came down in front of the
Just-
80 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's caution number 4 of the night now. Now I think the best call right now for Austin would be to pit.
I could agree there, but I don't think he's going to do it since he's leading.
That's understandable. We have less than 20 to go. Alfie is on fresh tires. Dude, we've seen them make a pretty big difference here. Yeah, he's not going to pit, but Feeney will. Along with Dylan Aldering coming down pit road. And Shane Wagner as well. That seems to be it. This is it for broadcast this week here on the VRN. No Midnight Thunder, no OG Cup. And then we got a full week. Or no, we don't have Super Speedway next week. So we'll have to see later on.
What do you think, Sean, now that Alfie's here in second place? What do you think if he finished just in second place, how much of a implication that would have on points? Because I think that would just make his lead that much bigger and make it nearly impossible for people to catch up.
Yeah, it's going to be impossible at this point. Even though we still have, like, what, 5 races to go or something? Something like that?
Something around there.
Yeah. We still have 5 races left. But, I mean, as long as he just shows up at this point, he's got it. That's all he has to do, just show up.
Exactly.
Guess we will have to wait and see then what happens within the next few laps. We are coming to 1 to green this time around. So are pace lights off? I can't tell. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
So yeah, we're coming to 1 to green this time. It's going to be Austin Purnell on the inside. Alfie on the outside, and then Mike Tashiro, road 2 on the inside. You have to wait and see what happens here. On this restart. Austin Purnell, Alfie Sharon Jr., Mike Tashiro, Dan Butler, James Curry, your top 5 on this restart. Going green with just 15 laps to go. 14 laps to go, actually. Will, who's your pick to win it?
I want to put it on Purnell. Purnell has just led so much. He's clearly a dominant car today, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it past Alfie.
And green flag is out. Purnell clears.
What
Yeah,
a block on the
definitely.
one.
That probably would have ended bad.
Yeah. If he was racing anyone other than Tashiro, that would have gone bad.
They are teammates, so See what happens. 13 to go with the line here. The clock is winding down for sure. The fans are still on their feet. They're racing every
They
lap
always
like
are.
it is the last. So far, Austin able to keep it over that number 1. Oh man,
Look at this.
this is gonna get crazy. The 3 wide in the
Yeah.
back.
Just wait till
There we
Alfie
go.
has the ability to make a move on Purnell here.
Shane Wagner trying to get around Aldering. He clears him on the outside. Oh, James Curra way up top. He was almost in the wall. If he wasn't, I'm surprised. I'm not 100% sure if he was, though. Here's Shane Wagner. We've seen this time and time again where he has worked his way through the field. I think by
Yeah.
the time this night's over, Wagner will probably be close, if not inside, the top 5. He's had some pretty good speed all night long there. So he's looking for 7th from Steven Selby. There he goes. P7 now for the 26. He's pulling Dylan Alderink with him along with Kevin Feemster. Battle for the lead. 10 to go to the line. Austin Purnell leads over Alfie. Do you think Alfie would go the whole 10 yards to bump and run him? Send it into the turn and really get around this number 32?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. Oh, he gave him the bumper right there. Maybe he would. Although, of course, I can tell you right now that 32 is not going to like that, and that 32 will do the same thing back.
Yeah, you don't want to do it too early or else you know what's coming for you in the next few laps.
Yeah. You
He
got to
has
do it near
a-
the end so he can't retaliate.
That 32 has a windshield full of Alfie. You think a caution would help out that number 32 right now?
No.
I think
A
it
caution
would.
would just... I think a caution would just make it worse, especially knowing that Tashro is back there. I think Tashro would let the 1 in, and then the 1 would be right behind him again and probably lead to another bump and run.
But if there's another caution, there's less laps that Austin has to lead over the 1.
Yes, but Austin is clearly not losing the lead yet. He still seems to be just a little bit faster than Alfie. It's just he has some slow spots in the track, but overall on the track, he is faster.
Their lap times are very similar. Is Alfie's going to try
Alfie
the
to the
outside?
That's not going to work.
No.
Oh,
Fresh.
Alfie's loose. Really loose. All right, well, I think Alfie has learned that the outside line will not work.
6 laps to go now at Milwaukee. And another player that has maybe re-entered into the battle here. Tashiro. He's up to 3rd. Well, he's been 3rd, but now he's up with them.
He just lost a lot of time there going on that outside line.
I think Alfie is just trying to find something, anything, to get around that number 32. 5 to go. Alfie's in danger of losing that 2nd position.
Yeah.
He might have to give it up here soon.
Normally, once you get to 5 to go, you don't want to be looking for spots to be running. You already want to know where you're supposed to be running to be faster.
Another wiggle from the 1. He has relatively worn-in tires. 28 laps. Austin Purnell is the only driver that did not pit at all during the remainder of the night. He hasn't pitted once.
Yeah. which means he is on older tires.
Much older tires. 67 laps on
But
this
he is
set.
still maintaining. What if he was on newer tires?
He's not.
I know, but what if he was? You
Yeah.
think that he would just be even faster?
No. I think it would still be the same position we're in now. I don't think tires have any sort of effect. Like Shane had mentioned when we talked to him before, he said he didn't really feel anything.
That just makes you wonder why some people went and actually pitted for new tires then. I wonder if maybe some people see something that other people aren't.
Maybe. 2 laps to go now here at Milwaukee. And it is still a 3-horse race for the win here. So head into 3 and 4. The advantage is to the 32. Here they come. White flag is in the hands of the flag waver. 1 more to go here at Milwaukee. Tashro is sending it deep into turn 1, washing all the way up the track.
Alfie. But Alfie's not going to wash up too hard. He's on the bumper of the 32 here. Whoa.
Austin did a great job blocking.
Whoa.
Bumping the back of the 32. He keeps it straight. Here comes Mike Tashiro.
Tashiro.
Beating and banning. And it's Tashiro at the line. Austin Purnell up and over. He's in the pit lane. You're not supposed to be there.
Crazy there.
Tashiro led 1 lap. And that was the last.
That's all you need.
And do you think Alfie had something to do with that finish there?
I mean, Alfie went straight into the bumper of the 32 without even lifting. So, I mean, Alfie had a plan there. He was going to win, and it just didn't work. The 32 kept it straight.
Here's another look at the last lap here. He moves down, 32 blocks him, 1 goes back up. I mean, yeah, it looks like he didn't even... he tried to brake, but he just hit the 32. That didn't really hurt him a lot, but it just moved him up out of the lane. Man. And then Austin got punted over the pit wall.
What a trick shot if there ever was one.
Who was it? Was that Fetter Place who hit him, or was that Dan
I think
Butler?
so. No,
Nope,
it was the Butler. And then look at him just ramp it. That's awesome. And then Fetter Place got into him and messed up the trick shot.
Man. But at the end of the day, it was Mike Tashiro getting the win. Wow.
Crazy.
I just realized we were in the wrong voice channel the whole night. We were in the waiting room the whole day. Alright, let's go ahead and get an interview with your race winner, Mike Tashiro. Hey Mike, Sean up in the booth with VRN, you got us?
I got you, Sean.
Alright, well you come home with the win. Somewhat surprisingly there, you went from 3rd in the last corner and then came out first. So, I mean, how'd that happen?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm still shaking. I was sitting 3rd. We all had pretty much equal cars. At this track, it's hard to, really get a run or whatever. We're all equal. And I knew them two were going to start going at it because Alfie was fast. and I just waited for the opportunity. I seen the hole open up and just kept my foot in it, stayed left, and luckily at the end when he got 32 got into me, he didn't wreck me, and I took the checker.
Now, did you think that you were really going to be in a position to win there once it started getting to that point where Alfie and the 32 started getting into it, or did you think that this was one of those things where you were just going to kind of sit back and let them fight it out, and if something happens, then it happens?
Yeah, basically that was my strategy. I was driving it for all it had there at the end in third place. So I wasn't really getting. I was catching them. I could stay with them and catching them a little bit, but to really get a run underneath either one of them, I was just going to settle for a third there. And then when they started dicing it up there on the backstretch, I said, "Well, it's either now or never." So I went for it.
All right, well, Sean, you got anything else?
Well, is there any shout outs or thanks you'd like to bounce anyone here?
Yeah, man. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting this. Of course, all my buddies at OG, the OG Racing League. Um, my company, the Racing School, 1877 Can Race, theracingschool.net. I'm out of Thompson, Connecticut. So you can basically drive my late model stock cars all the way up to the modifieds that you see me running iRacing. The 33, the 1, and the 8 car that Alfie and Dan run are identical replicas of the cars I own. So, yeah, they're my teammates. A good run today, and feels good to be back in Victory Lane.
All right, well, have a good rest of your week, Mike.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's get third place finisher Alfie Sharon Jr. Hey, Alfie, Sean up in the booth with Via Rain. You got us?
I got you. What's up, Sean?
Well, you had to show a little bit of aggression there, but it didn't really work out in your favor. Did you try to upset Austin's car there to maybe get around him?
No, I had the run cut off at 2, and that's the way he's going to race, to block all the way and try to make me go on the grass, then so be it. I told everybody when I joined back, I'm going to race you like you race me, so I guess that's the way we're going to start playing this game.
Now, you had a pretty good day today. You won your heat race, and then you were up in the front for almost the entire race. Were you confident that you were going to win, or was it one of those things where you just kind of hoped to get whatever position you could get?
Wasn't a guaranteed win. Don't get me wrong, Austin was fast, but I mean, for someone who's only done probably 2 races with us, doesn't have respect for the people that are going for the championship, so it's fine. I mean, like I said, I'm going to race him like he raced me just now, so he probably won't win a race to finish, so it's fine.
All right. Well, Sean, you got anything else?
Not really. Is there any shout outs or thanks you'd like to bounce anyone here?
We're not official teammates because OG doesn't allow teammates. Just gotta congratulate Mike on winning. Hell of a race. Sorry for my language. Just gotta thank TRS and Checkered Flag Auto Supply for being on the car. Good to put it on the podium. Got podiums most all the races except for a couple. Um, lost 2 points in the point lead, but it's still a close battle. Never know what could happen.
All right, well, have a good rest of your week, Alfie.
You too.
All right, let's get Austin Purnell here now. Hey, Austin, Sean and Will up in the booth with Via Rain. You got us? Austin, Sean and Will with Virtual Racing Network up in the booth. You got me? Okay, I guess he doesn't. Alright, well, that'll conclude tonight's broadcast, I guess, then. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Oh, he's back in the waiting room. Hold on. Austin, you got us? Maybe not. Hello? Alright, well, Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next Tuesday with, no, not next Tuesday, next Wednesday